Hi, I'm Ethan Babbage, and I want to tell you why blaming anti-vaxxers is not the answer. Our country is currently divided. The recent polls show at least a quarter of the population is not getting the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, the media likes to paint these people with the term anti-vaxxer as stupid and irresponsible. But despite this doing little to change their position, I actually believe this could be a reaction to a much deeper issue in our healthcare system. Long before COVID-19, our country has been plagued by the opioid crisis. Opioids were recently indicated as a high-risk mortality factor in COVID-19, and now they've even surpassed the virus itself as the leading cause of death in 18 to 45-year-olds. Johnson & Johnson, the leading producer of these drugs, was recently fined $5 billion for knowingly hiding clinical trial data showing their dangerous addictive potential and bribing physicians to overprescribe them. What's worse, all this didn't come to light until the past few decades. Now, this isn't the first time Johnson & Johnson has showed negligent behavior. In fact, since 2000, they've been fined over $9 trillion. And this is one company in an industry fraught with such practices. It clearly shows how corporations with deep pockets can buy expert endorsement and why the argument "trust the science" is flawed. You see, most people don't have access to scientific data, including the people whose job it is to approve these drugs, often relying solely on summaries written about the data by the company themselves. So we're forced to trust the gatekeepers of the science, which are the companies who stand to profit from it. And with the FDA being payrolled by those it's meant to regulate, it would seem the fox is guarding the henhouse. The opioids J&J produced significantly increased the death toll of COVID-19, eventually even surpassing that of the virus itself, while the media portrayed them as saviors. And Pfizer is no better, holding the record for the largest criminal fine in history. Now, sloppy clinical operations are being brought to light by whistleblowers, and Pfizer's battling in court to not release the clinical trial data of the vaccines for 75 years. See, it's not a matter of trusting the science. We didn't even get to see the science. It's a matter of trusting the system, and the system is broken. People are waking up to the fact that Big Pharma has the largest lobby in the world and regularly gives dark money to politicians to avoid regulations and continue putting profits over patients, because to them, disease is just dollars. The pandemic has pushed the public's trust in our institutions to its limit, and honestly, I don't know how to repair it at this point. But violating medical ethics by mandating away people's rights to bodily autonomy and then firing them if they don't comply, while painting a quarter of the population as stupid and evil, is not the solution. It only redirects blame at consumers for a trust issue created by a much more pernicious disease: greed.